Hello, I am Minecraft Phenom 08 and welcome to the 29th episode of my Rails of Industry Minecraft series. In today's episode, I hope to build a train tracking system for one of my trains, and this is a system that I could build for my other trains as well, anything that I have going, such as this cart right here. But what I plan to build today is a tracking system for the train that I have in this line right here, which brings items to and from my ore processing area. So let's get started. As you can see, here is the train. Sometimes I like to ride in this cart right here, and I don't always know where the train is, so sometimes I don't know whether it's worth it or not to wait on the train or just to run along and run to the base myself. And that's kind of the reason why I want to build this system. So the first thing I want to build is I want to build some redstone lamps. And this is kind of going to be the way I'm going to map where the train is at through the use of these redstone lamps. And the recipe is really simple. It's just glowstone with redstone. And I'm going to need 8 of them for today's episode. So let's just go ahead and grab 8 of them. And we can go ahead and put the pattern in here. And in addition to that, I'm going to need a lot of structural duct. By my count, it's going to be at least 532. So let's grab a bunch of this stuff. Let's tell it to build 600 more. And then while I'm waiting on that, let's grab some redstone relays. I'm going to need a bunch of these guys in this episode. Also, I need to do a little bit of testing real fast to make sure that I have 8 different colors that I can use for the redstone relay, because I will need at least 8 different colors. So red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 16 colors. That is fantastic. I only need 8. So actually, if I wanted to, I could up the number of tracking points I have in my loop. But that is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a tracking system with 8 different points in a loop. And that's how I'm going to track the train. And you'll see that a little bit later. It won't take too long to build, to be honest. So let's grab the structural duct that we'll need. And it keeps hopping because I have my items sorted. But that should be enough. And just for kicks here, let's grab... Actually, no, I don't think I need to grab much of anything else except for detector track. And let's grab that. I do need the electric detector track. The electric detector track is built with electric track and a detector track kit. I will need 8 of these, and I don't have them built. Let's go ahead and grab a few extra just in case. And I don't know what we're waiting on. Apparently it doesn't want to craft. So if I grab the detector track and some electric track, I should be able to do this on my own. I don't know why it didn't want to do it automatically, but whatever. I have them now. And like I said, I should only need 8 of these. And so what I'm going to do is, I already have all of my track counted out, so I know how long the track is. The length of the line is 532 blocks. At either end of the track, I am going to have invalid track kit. What? I wonder if that's not ready yet. Let me try this. Okay, that works. For whatever reason, it does want me to pick up the track, and hopefully that will work like it should. Basically, this is like a detector track, except it also has electric. Okay, so let me run along and get to the next point in which I need to lay down the track. And that is x of negative 393. So that's going to be just a little bit of walking here. And as you can see, running along this route takes a little bit of time. Taking the train actually makes things just a little bit shorter. And it also, obviously, I don't have to actively do anything as I'm riding my track or riding in my train. So I'm going to place 2 detector tracks, one on either side. I realize I should have brought a crowbar, but I did not, so that's I'll just have to live with that, I guess. Okay, so here comes the train. I do want to make sure that this thing is going to light up and work like it should. And here we go. Should see it light up here in a second. It does. Fantastic. So that works exactly like I want. Okay, so I need to lay down a few more of these at x negative 526, x negative 659, and then a single one at the far end of the track, which is at x negative 792. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera because that is going to be me just basically picking up track and then replacing it with this electric detector track. And once I have all of that done, I will be right back. I now have all of my electric detector tracks laid down, and the next thing I want to do is I want to do just a little bit of testing here to make sure that this concept is actually going to work. So what I need to do real fast is I need to set this to single block. I need to not do that with my item duct, which apparently I did not, so that's cool. Oh my goodness. So yeah, didn't mean to do that. Whoops. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do a little small scale test to make sure that I'm going to get a redstone signal like I need out of this. So let's put down a redstone relay right here. This needs to be input on red. This one will be output on red. And then let's go ahead and set a redstone lamp down. And hopefully when this train comes by, I will get a signal to my redstone lamp. So I need to watch that as my train goes by. I also need to make sure that this isn't broken. So let me get my wrench real fast, or my crescent hammer rather. Okay, it's not broken, it just appears broken, so that's cool. At some point I do need to fix that, but that's okay for right now. Actually, I can go ahead and fix it with some stone that I can cook up. But anyways, hopefully my train will come back soon, and then I can see if this is actually going to work. So while we're waiting on that, I was hoping to repair that hole in the ground that I made, but doesn't look like that's going to happen quite yet. Come on, train. And this is why I want the train detector system, so that I know where the train is, because right now I don't know where the train is and I want it to be here, but it's not here, and that's unfortunate. Okay, so I should have enough stone by now. So while we're waiting on this guy to come back, if he's going to come back, unless me placing down the electric detector track for whatever reason caused the electric track to go haywire and then the train to stop, which is always a possibility, because I've found the electric track has been a little bit finicky for me. Okay, so let's just fix this real fast, and I can fix that later because I need to see the lamp right now. Okay, where are you, train? Run. Stop for me. Thank you. Yes! Fantastic. Okay, so I did want to see that light up. It lit up. That is perfect. So that is a proof of concept. I will be getting a redstone signal from that. So that is fantastic. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a lot of tunneling. I need to find what the Y level is down here. I think it's 40, but I'm not 100% sure. It is 40. I do know where my detector tracks are, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be digging a big long tunnel under the middle right here, and then I will be connecting up to my detector tracks with redstone relays, and I will show exactly what I'll be doing. That one down there is set on the red channel, so this one right here, actually I need to go right here and right here. So these will need to be on two different channels. And I need to keep track of where I put the different colors. So I should probably write this down. So this over here will be, let's say, green. And I'm writing this down real fast. And then the other one, this one right here can be black. And they do need to be inputs. They are inputs. That is precisely what I want. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be digging a big long tunnel here. And let me set this to 1 by 2 and it's just going to be me digging and then connecting all of my detector track up to redstone relays here with different colors set so that they each emit a different signal. And once I have all of the detector tracks linked up to redstone relays with the different colors and this tunnel dug, also one more thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be laying structural duct along as I build this tunnel. And I actually need to go back to the detector track that I have over here, and I need to link it up to the structural duct, and then I will start laying the structural duct along this tunnel. And once I have all of that done, I will be right back. So I now have all of my detector tracks set up along with the redstone relays, and so the next thing I need to do is I need to build a map somewhere of exactly so I can track my train. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build it along one of the walls here, and let's actually put it right here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to have some blocks taken out like this. My redstone lamps will be in this configuration. I also want to grab some signs so that I can tell exactly where things are. Unfortunately, I don't have signs automated. Probably should have done that, but oh well. Signs are really easy to make. So let's come over here. Let's make some signs. I think I need 4 signs would be the best way to do this. So let's grab some signs here. And let's get rid of all of this junk. There's not much that I actually need here. I need some structural duct, and I need some redstone relays, and some of these signs here, as well as some pistons, I believe. So let's grab some pistons, and I think I need 16, so let's just grab a few extra. I also want to grab some redstone blocks, and let's grab those. Excuse me. I do have those automated, so that's cool, and I should only need 8 of those, but I'm going to grab 10 just because. And then let's actually grab a little bit more structural duct. I may need a little bit more than what I have currently. So I think that's just about all I need. Let's grab some stone as well, because I'm going to be tearing up a wall. I guess I already have torn up a wall a little bit. But what I could do, and I could hook the detector track directly up to the redstone lamps that I have set up. Let's dig back behind here. I should have some room back here. And let's actually set this to be 5 by 5. Because I want to clear out a decent amount of area back here. And what I could do is I could run my structural duct. Let's just run this over. Oh, freeze. There we go. We're back. Could just run the structural duct over, and let's actually do this real fast just to kind of prove that my structural duct is hooked up to all the detector track and that it's working. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, and this is temporary, is we're going to hook all of this up. Okay, so this will be, let's do this as the near end, the top being the near end, and actually I want to grab my signs. What I'm going to do is put relays on all of these guys. They need to be outputs. And my near one is yellow. So let's set this to yellow. That's going to be the only one that should be working as of right now. And let's grab some signs. I want at least 4 of these guys. So I'm just going to tell it to make some extras. Okay, so this will be... let's put a sign here. And this will be here. And let's get some stone. Let's put it here. And then I want a sign here that says there. And this will be, let's do this as returning. And this as, okay, so this should light up here in a second, this top one. I do want to make sure that this is going to work. That's a lot of items. There it goes. So I mean, I could kind of leave it at that, but I want to make this better. I want the lights to remain on. Basically, I want it to be like kind of a last checkpoint type thing. So the last detector track it hits, I want the light to remain on, and I have I think a fairly easy way to fix that. So returning, and this will be leaving. Just so I kind of know exactly where the train is on the track. So let's go ahead and set up the rest of the redstone lamps here so that they are working. So this is returning. This will be the near one, so this will be orange. And this should be white. And I do need to make sure to set these to be outputs. And this will be black. Okay, so the far one down here, which is this, needs to be red, which is perfect. Oh, there we go. I had another signal. So this here, leaving. I think this one will be blue. And I might have these all messed up. This one will be brown. And I think this one will be green. Okay, so if I sit here and watch this for a little bit, we should see lights starting to light up as it comes back. So there we go. We had that light. This one should be next. And then obviously this one. So let's see if this will light up here in a second. And actually, I want to make sure I have everything ordered correctly. So I think what I'm going to do after this light lights up, which it should be any time now, if I have it set up correctly. Anytime now. Anytime now. Okay, so that one didn't light up. I wonder if I set something up wrong. Let me double check that I have all of these as outputs. I do. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that all of these lights are working correctly and that I have everything set up correctly. And once I have that done and the train is back, I will also be back. I am happy to say that all of these redstone lamps are now working. I had a pair of them in which I had the redstone relays under the wrong block because I was actually building the redstone relays from the tunnel underneath. I didn't actually pop up to double check that I had all of the relays in the right locations. But now they are, and all of the lamps are working like they should. So what I'm actually going to do right now is we're going to actually disconnect this because I want to use this line right here to power some pistons that I'm going to be building here in a second. So let's dig out a little more area because I do need a lot of area here for what I'm about to do. And let's build some sets of pistons, and let's do here. And actually, we need to go one more, it looks like. Hopefully, this will be enough area for everything. What I'm basically doing is I'm going to be building some toggle switches right here. But they are going to be semi-custom, I guess. So let's go ahead and build the rest of the pistons. And then we'll set the redstone blocks to be over here for right now. And then let's go ahead and get rid of this. Let's go ahead and light this area up a little bit as well. That way you don't have to deal with monsters or anything. Hopefully that is enough torches. It looks like it is, so that's good. And then let's start hooking up our redstone here. And how I think I'm going to do this is let's just drop this down from above. You know what? No, that's way more structural duct than I actually need to run. And I actually need to be slightly careful how I do this. Okay, so let's just do that for the time being. Let's connect that up. I think the easiest way to do this will be something like this. And let's get rid of that. Let's also get rid or build this out. And then lastly here, I want to put relays on all of these redstone blocks here. And so actually it looks like I need the structural duct down first. So these will all be inputs. And then I will also need redstone relays on all of the pistons. Just a few more. Okay, so now's kind of the tricky part here. I need to actually separate the lines here. I need to separate all of the redstone blocks from the pistons. So I need to do this for all of these guys. And that's because I'm going to be using the same colors to control the redstone lamps as I do the pistons down here. So I need the lines to be separate. And unfortunately that adds a little bit of complexity to this, but that should be okay. And then these lines will be connected up to the lamps. Like that. Okay, so that should absolutely happen. Okay, so we're fine there. Because the default color is red, so the red lamp naturally over here is activated. And then I need to do the same thing over here. And this just also needs to be connected up to this right here. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is each of these redstone blocks will have a different color. Okay, so we have red is the near, so red is the far, so let's leave this one as red. This one can be green. This one can be brown. This one can be blue. And then over here, this can be, okay, so that's far. Let's do the near. So let's do, this will be yellow. And let's see. So I did red. Oh shoot, I'm clicking on the wrong things. So I did red. I did green next. So let's, I'm trying to sequence things the same way I did on the other side. So I did red, green. So this will be black. This one will be white. And then this one will be orange. Okay, so all of these are now lit up as they should be. So what we're going to do is to push this one to be active. This is red. What I need to do is this needs to be output on red. This piston right here needs to be output on whatever is next. So, if this is a little bit complicated, sorry. I need to look at my notes here. So that's red. This is, and I actually need to look this way to orient myself. Okay, so I think it should be black. I think this should be black. And that piston should fire anytime now, unless I already passed it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this real fast. This should be white, I think. This one will be orange, and then this one will be yellow. Yeah, I think this one will be yellow. Okay, so... Okay, cool. That lamp is not lit up. That's how it should be. Cool. Looks like though these two I think these two lamps are swapped their colors. So that's brown, and this is white, so this needs to be brown. The other one needs to be white. Okay, so that is good. And I may have some of my colors mixed up right here. Okay, so this is yellow. This is for the near one. So this needs to be, all of the inputs over here, all of these pistons need to be the same color as this right here. So this needs to be yellow. This needs to be black. This needs to be brown. I think I went the wrong way there. This needs to be orange. And then these over here, basically, these pistons need to be whatever color is next in the sequence. So this is yellow. Let's see, yellow should be up here. And let me take a look at this. So if this is yellow, it needs to be whatever this is. So it needs to be blue. This needs to be blue. I need to have these as outputs. I don't think I did that for these, which is going to hamper their ability to actually fire. Let's actually go ahead and put all of these as outputs before I forget. And yep, I did. I knew I probably forgot some of these over here. Okay, so that's blue. Black, black. Okay, so what's after black? Red is after black, but that is incorrectly sequenced, I think. Because yellow is... Yeah, it should be this side. So it should be yellow, blue, brown, black. Okay, so this should be brown. No, this should be blue, shouldn't it? This is all very confusing. And this should be brown, and this should be black. And then I probably have these all messed up as well. Maybe I don't. Yeah, I do, because this blue should not be here. Hang on, you know what? I am going to sequence... I need to make some more notes here so that I can actually do this effectively, because clearly I'm kind of struggle busing here. So I'm going to make some notes real fast, and then I will be right back so that I can finish sequencing all of this. Okay, I have some notes that should help me out tremendously. I have everything in order. So this right now is set to yellow. This is blue, brown, black, red, green, white, and then orange. And this follows the pathway, the sequence of the track, or the track that it should run over. So what I need to do is, on all of these pistons over here, I need to set this relay to be as the same as this right here. So this needs to be yellow. This needs to be blue. This needs to be brown. This needs to be black. And then we need to run over here. This is red, so this needs to be red. This needs to be green. This needs to be white. And then lastly, this needs to be orange right here. And it is. So fantastic. So the last thing I need to do is I need to set these pistons over here to be the same color as the next step in the sequence. So this piston right here will need to fire on blue because blue is the next step. So this needs to be blue. This one right here needs to be brown. This one right here needs to be black. And then this last one needs to be red. And then let's see, green. And then white. And then we are almost done. Orange. And then lastly, we have yellow. Okay, so the next circuit around, this thing should correct itself. There should only be one light on at a time. So as we can see, this light did toggle on, so the train should be right here. As it hits this switch, this light should toggle off. This light should toggle on. The thing is, it's already on, so it'll stay on. It should stay on. This light should shut off. So let's see if that happens. Looks like it did. So when it hits this next track, this should turn off. This should turn on. And as it goes, it should correct itself. So I'm pretty sure it's fully built and it's working as it should. So let's cover everything up. And you know what? Let's leave a hole in the wall just in case. So it looks like everything's working so far. I'm pretty excited about this because this is working where it should work fantastically. And this should help me out quite a bit so that anytime I come down here and I need to ride my train, all I have to do is look right here and I will see exactly where my train's at. So that's pretty exciting. Unfortunately, this took a lot longer to build than I really thought it would. Mainly because I struggle bust and I didn't have good enough notes to actually build this thing out earlier. But it looks like everything's working now and it is following the sequence like it should. The lights are lighting like they should and then shutting off when they should. So yeah, once it hits this next detector track, it will be all aligned and it will be working as intended. There we go. So anytime now, the train should be arriving, and then now once it hits this track up here, this light should light up, and I think that'll be all for today. So in today's episode, I built this awesome mechanism that tracks my train, basically tells me where it's at, or approximately where it's at any given time, and that is pretty fantastic. So anyways, if you enjoyed today's episode, definitely give it a like. If you enjoy watching automation in modded Minecraft, definitely consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Anyways, signing off, I am Minecraft Phenom 08, and I will see you next time.